Hoop session number 2. We in here getting it in. Get ready. What we doing, man?
We running the court. They had the bomb squad.
And they still lost.
Look, Trey on the thing.
This story, I said it before, but I'm gonna say it again. I was in the gym. I wanted to say I was getting ready for Chris Diaz or something. And he was sparring like a heavyweight fighter. I'm looking, I'm type nervous for him. I'm like, why is he in the ring with this big old dude? And man, I swear he done caught this dude on the shin. Boom! Dude wobbling all around the ring.
Crawford recently made his preparation video for Canelo public, and it's clearly obvious that he's approaching this fight differently than the others, as his trainer Bomac has stated. Bulmac has disclosed that he has already brought a weapon to camp, a fighter who is dangerous and doesn't only imitate Canelo's stature. Johan James, who had never experienced loss, was simply blasted by Lester Martinez, who made it appear inconsequential. Bulma wants him to push Crawford to the limit every single day in sparring, because a fourth-round knockout like that only occurs if you have both speed and power.
The kid, man, nobody really heard about him. Some heard about him, but his name is Lester Martinez, man. He's from Guatemala. And man, that boy bad as shit. I tell you, 168 pounds, he bad as shit. He got a couple to world championships, 168 pounds.
Martinez is naturally a super middleweight, which is the same weight class that Canelo dominates. There, Crawford has never engaged in combat, never ever tested his physique at 168 in a sanctioned match. He skipped the remainder of the pool and dove into the deep end against one of the greatest Canelos in history after dominating at 140, reigning at 147, and only once dipping into 154. He has been bullied by larger males. He has dealt with more authority than Crawford has ever had to deal with. But neither Crawford nor Bomac are concerned by Canelo's size.
Everybody that believes in hardcore boxing fans, they know Crawford can beat Canelo, just like they knew Bud was going to beat Spence. This is real simple. It's real simple. You just got to know boxing in order for you to be able to say that. Hey, Terence going to get in there and do what he needs to do. Perform.
Bulmac was candid when asked about the size disadvantage facing Terence Crawford. He didn't deny its presence, but quickly dismissed it as a deciding factor. "No, I'm not worried about size," he said. "Terence has a great eye for boxing and an exceptional boxing IQ. The only person who can beat Terence is himself." That unwavering confidence isn't new in Crawford's camp, but it will face its toughest test yet against a naturally bigger fighter like Canelo Alvarez. Coach Brian "Bomac" McIntyre admitted that worry is a natural part of preparing for any fight, but it doesn't define their mindset. He expressed complete faith in Crawford's skills and inner drive. For Crawford, this fight is about more than titles. It's about legacy. It's about silencing the doubters, rewriting history, and proving that greatness can overcome even the biggest odds.
The size and the strength of Canelo Alvarez will carry the day, ultimately wearing the perceivably smaller Terence Crawford down. What do you say about that?
I tell you like this. The man must have seen something when he called Canelo out, because you got to remember, Bud called Canelo out. So he must see something in order for him to get that win. And he know he can win. So like I said before, it's our job to get him to that.
Crawford is striving for something that no one else in this age has accomplished. Uncontested over 3 weight classes at 140, he has already completed it. He repeated the feat against Errol Spence Jr. at 147, putting on a career-best performance that included several knockdowns and the defeat of an undefeated unified champion. Is the Canelo fight at 168 a big jump beyond what anybody else has previously tried? Crawford will not have a smooth transition into the super middleweight class. He's up against the best man. Bulmac didn't hesitate when asked if this was Crawford's hardest battle. "Yeah," he answered. "Just take a look at the accomplishments."
I got the speed over Canelo. I got the reach over him. He might got the size, the power. I got the better skills, boxing skills.
Would it be more of a cat and mouse? The reality is Canelo does put people out. From Kirkland to Amir Khan just.
Don't do
Obviously,
I'm just saying, man.
That expertise adds timing and poise in addition to skill and durability. Canelo is skilled at managing a fight. He understands how to save energy. Even when he isn't throwing, he can choose his places and make opponents feel his presence.
G on Bud's resume. There's no Trout on Bud's resume. There's no Daniel Jacobs on Bud's resume. Canelo is the one that's fought the elite level opposition. It's Canelo that fought Laura. There is no Laura on Bud's resume. There is no Laura on Bud's resume. Bud has never faced a multiple division champ. Bud has never faced a multiple division champ.
Yeah, but Bud is an elite boxer.
So you're an elite boxer, but you
Dmitry Bivol also included this calmness in his study. One of only 2 guys to defeat Canelo, the Russian light heavyweight, was ringside recently and offered his thoughts. On the bout, immediately following Canelo's victory against Skull, Bivol told Fight Hub TV that the key will be Crawford's mindset. He claimed that Crawford's mentality will distinguish this bout from others and referred to it as a champion mentality. Full HD Bivol noted that Canelo had complete control of the tempo during the Skull fight. He could rest when he felt like it. Crawford was recorded against by Bivol. Bivol anticipates a different outcome. No simple rest without opposition. There is no control. Crawford refuses to let Canelo rule as he pleases. That's the opinion of someone who has faced Canelo in the ring and knows how hard it is to defeat him.
Just gotta beat him. I'm not going in there looking to knock Canelo out. Could it happen? Yes, absolutely. You know, when I look at Canelo, he's a smaller, bigger guy moving up in divisions. You know, being that these big guys is slower, so they might catch him with something, but he might see it at the last moment. You know, they might catch him with a hard shot, but he's able to roll and turn.
Crawford is still not Bivol. He isn't naturally 175 pounds. He's a natural 135 with layers added by years of disciplined growth and discipline training. He will go up against someone who can walk through shots that dropped welterweights because of the move to 168. Crawford's flexibility, timing, and footwork must all advance with him. He has to carry power that gains respect without losing his pace and precision. Lester Martinez is assisting in simulating that equilibrium, which is the main goal of this camp.
Here for Fight TV with Terence Crawford. What do you make of Canelo versus Skull?
Canelo did what he had to do to get the victory.
What do you want next? It seems like that's going to be the fight. Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez, the biggest fight in boxing.
Well, Canelo's the face of boxing. He's the best fighter for Terence Crawford out there. He's the biggest fight.
Dana White, in collaboration with Saudi boxing authority Turkey. Alalshik will promote the bout under the new TKO label. Under the Riyadh Season brand in Turkey, White will make his first formal foray into boxing promotion since the founding of TKO on September 12th at the opulent Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Alalshik called it the Battle of the Century and hinted to impending huge TV platform developments. It is being framed as more than just a fight for the title. For boxing, this is a turning point. An event featuring 2 boxers who have exceptional talent and well-known names that aims to unite various audiences.
Will not let Canelo just walking on the ring when he wants, because we could see this fight. Canelo did everything. When he wanna rest, he could rest easy, in this fight. Yeah, of course, when he wants to work, that guy didn't give him work. Just rest.
And
I think with Crawford, it will be harder to rest.
Fans are even speculating that Netflix will stream this bout live. After several public pleas and lengthy behind-the-scenes discussions, Alalik made the matchup possible. Because of the size, Canelo had previously written off the prospect of meeting Crawford as a lose-lose scenario. Discrepancy he would be reprimanded for beating a smaller man. His reputation would suffer if he lost. But when Alalshik took over, that attitude changed. Canelo clarified that everyone is requesting a fight. Alalshik, my Nino Turkey, desires it. That's the reason we're here.
Problem. I mean, I respect that, but I just think they're stupid. I mean, excuse my language. The size difference of a bigger man changes everything with one punch. And I can see the same thing. I mean, you saw Canelo Alvarez fighting Amir Khan. Now, look at this. Terence Crawford moved from 47 to 54 to fight Madrimov. What did he do to Madrimov? Nothing.
Crawford is not motivated by money or promotions. After Canelo defeated Skull, he was unambiguous. I feel so fortunate, he remarked. I am here for a reason, and everything occurs for a reason. I'm going to demonstrate grandeur to the globe in September. For him, it's a belief system rather than a catchphrase. He has always been confident, laser-focused, and disinterested in communicating until absolutely required.
Secret, if he allowed me, ask him which the first event fight he will have in September. Ask him if you want to answer.
So is Turki Al-Sheikh and Dana White clearly stating that the first main event / card we're going to see of TKO boxing is Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford? Is this all a part of Turki Al-Sheikh's blueprint for Canelo Alvarez to fight for undisputed in May?
He responded with the same tone he has used throughout his career when asked why he believes he can overthrow Canelo. Because I am the greatest.
The fighters who will fight you in the future, obviously not Crawford, but with that kind of mindset, they just want to last the distance.
That's a mediocre mind. That's a mediocre mind because they come just to survive, to go to that.
Everyone is coming to watch on September 12th because of this. Canelo nodded respectfully in response.
No, that's 2 more weight classes. Like, once he gets touched by Canelo, it's going to be different.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds. We do know this about Canelo. He's going to slow down, so I think if anything, Canelo would try to start fast and bang on him and break him down before it gets later, and he's still got that kind of steam. But, there's so many components that make a champion. There's so many components that make...
I can see him doing it, Is it a challenge for him? Yeah, of course. It's a challenge for the whole team? Yeah, of course. And that's something that we in the business for, being great. I mean, we all can retire from that after that. You know what I'm saying? We can retire after that, and we just sit back and do what you're doing.